everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Battle 5. In the last part, we started this liberation mission, and now we're going to continue on. Now, in the last part I mentioned I was actually going to talk about the parallels for Protoman and Magnetman, so let's get into that. In Team Colonel, instead of Protoman, you get, well, Colonel. Not that one. There you go. When he's in battle, his charge attack is Screen Divide, which is a V-slash with the point facing you. An attack automatically adjusts for range, but the character will need to be on the same row as an enemy to do it, otherwise the attack hits 3 panels ahead. His special chip is a C cannon, which is a tank cannon which does not break cannons, and his liberation special command is pretty much wide sword. As for Knightman, he obviously joins at the same time as Magnetman. While controlling him, his charge buster is his rolling wrecking ball, which I think is an attack he actually had in Battle Network 2. His special chip is Kingdom Crusher, which fires his mace down on the row he's on. He doesn't take any damage outside of battle and will protect anyone on the same square as him, so he's actually kind of a nice little defensive play. And that's it, actually. Yeah, not much else to say when it comes to that. One thing I forgot to mention last part is that Magnet Barrier does take up Magnetman's turn, so if you're going to use that, make sure you're planning ahead of it. And we got a dark hole, so we're obviously going to see this. Now, the one bad part about Magnetman, when it comes to facing big brutes at least, is that since big brutes can teleport between the two angles, or rather the two sides of the battlefield, it might not track him that well, and it actually might get, the big brute itself might get in the way of targeting other enemies. Though overall, the reason I play Protoman over Colonel is the Navis that join your team, because honestly, a lot of the ones in Colonel aren't that good in my opinion. The first couple are amazing, then you get to like the third or fourth one, and then they just start being crap. Though Team Colonel, I'll get into the only thing I like about it in the final part. Which will probably be in the 20s. You know, it's actually kind of weird. Because Magnetman joins your team here, I actually find getting the reward... first off, don't do that bonus panel yet unless you absolutely need to. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. I actually find this liberation mission a lot easier to get the required phases for than the first one, because you have 3 characters and thus can multitask a bit more effectively. And here in this dark hole, we got a new enemy. Tin Hawk, which are those hawks that you can see on the field outside. They are always in the air when they're not attacking you, so you can't attack them unless they're attacking you. Their attack is that little charge attack there. The best way to hit them during it is always be on one particular side, particularly the side it's on when it starts its attack. Because then its attack only covers one of the panels, as you'll see momentarily. And then you can counter-hit it pretty easily. They don't have that much HP, so they're not that hard, big of a problem to deal with. It's just the fact that they're always in mid-air that might give you some trouble. Also, feel free to use different strategies from what I'm doing. And I really need this to be a health power-up. Yes! I'll get into more of what the other things do on that, actually, right now, because you've seen most of them. You've seen the Heart, which is a full HP recovery. You've seen Battleship. You've seen Major Hit. I think the only thing you haven't seen is Zenny, which just gives you a good amount of Zenny. Now... if you want to go for some of the other item panels, feel free to go ahead and do so if you have the spare phases, because to get the best reward for this one, you need to clear it in 7 phases or less. And mind you, due to the golden program, Mr. Program, that'll be in the area after the liberation mission that I mentioned and actually showed off back in part 4 or 5? You saw him at the entrance of ACDC Area 3. You can actually replay this mission again and again to get the rewards. Anyway, time for Shademan. Let's see what he has to say. Do not pass. Welcome to the party of darkness. Yeah, I know I missed a line, but oh well. Shademan, this is the end of the line. It's too early for a banquet, but I have no choice. Now give me a taste of your power. Here he comes. Let's go, Protoman. Shademan is actually a pretty easy boss. Just watch out for his damage output, actually. Attack-wise, he actually can be quite close quarters. In fact, with Protoman, what he more often does is try to swipe at me first off, like so. That attack there is essentially a wide sword. And then he'll spawn a bat around him, which will follow you wherever you go. He has a little Sonic Wave attack, which he had back in 4, actually. By the way, Life Sword is still broken after all 5 games. The little Sonic thing covers the panel in front of him. In fact, there it is right there. That's how it works. He also has this one attack that he rarely ever does, actually, where he teleports behind you and I think does another swipe attack, but I'm not entirely sure because I died. Now, the reason I left this in is to show you what happens when you die in a liberation mission. Your character is frozen. They're not permanently dead. In fact, after a couple turns, they will come back. It's just that you have to survive those other turns with less characters. If all characters, however, are knocked out, that is when you get a game over. No, you little... Yeah, that's another thing Shademan has. He's actually really agile. And the sonar attack can stun you, and apparently destroy magnets. That's annoying. But honestly, he can be tricky, but he's not the hardest Maverick in the series. In fact, his... Maverick. Navi. I can't believe I've been disgraced again. His incarnation back in 4 was much more difficult. And that's the end of that liberation mission. Target 9 phases, actual 6. Good job, everyone. The officials are giving us a special reward. And we got Shademan SP. Yes. I'm not going to use it, but it's there. We managed to free the net from Nebula this time. But many fierce Navis continue to fight on their side. Magnetman, won't you take up the good fight and join us? Your defensive powers would be a great asset to us.
You must be joking. I would never willingly fight at your side. Even this time if it weren't for Tesla's orders.
I think it sounds great, Magnetman. Nebula's given us plenty of trouble. In fact, the other Prime calls it my stress these days. If it would help punish Nebula, I say join up. Magnetman, please. Pretty please.
Yes, ma'am.
Then it's settled.
Very well.
Well, you may not care to hear me say this, but welcome to the team. Good to have you with us, Magnetman. My soul resonates with your staunch defensive power. Megaman, the soul resonated with Magnetman. We'll find out what that does next part. I shall be contacting you again. See you later, Protoman.
Man, let's check out too. Our friends must be waiting for us. You too, Magnetman. Just my luck.
Well, excuse me, princess. I regret what I did. When I get irked, I just can't control myself. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I thought we were done for. But now that I think about it, we were partly to blame for wandering into the old mine in the first place.
At least nobody got hurt. And I heard that you lit your power to land so he could come and save us. It was all good fun, and now that we're safe and sound. Well, thanks for being so kind. You better get going soon before the seas get rough.
Let's get going. Okay, see you around.
Goodbye. Farewell. Hope to see you soon. Until our next mission. Indeed.
Okay, see ya.
Tesla's actually not that bad of a character. I kind of like her. She can be annoying, yeah, but she's not the worst. Oh, hello.
There's a band of petty resistors puttering around and liberating the net areas we've secured. The research must be completed before we're interrupted. Dr. Hikari, perhaps it's time you tell us.
I know nothing. I actually don't remember Hikari's voice.
I'm a bit short on time. I'd rather not show you my bad side. Where's the prize that was entrusted to you?
I told you I don't know.
Yes, of course. It's possible that you've forgotten. After all, it has been a while. Will this help jog your memory?
Aye!
Impressive resolve, but it could be your downfall. I'll ask again in 1 hour. For your sake, I hope you remember. Cloudman, yes, master. That pesky team of resistors will breach your area soon. I understand, master. Concentrate your forces on the blue Navi.
Yes, master, I swear on my memory banks on it.
Megaman, a pity that we must delete you.
You know, he was kind of a dick last game, but now he's just downright evil. Goodbye.
That Ultra Triple Scoop Sunday was great.
It sure was. Thanks, Yai. Sure is nice to have such generous friends. You're welcome anytime.
See you around.
Goodbye.
Later.
Yai's doing her best to stay chipper, but deep down inside I know it's hard for her.
Yeah. Same to you, Melu. Don't overdo it.
Lan, thanks. We're gonna be fine, I know it. See you later.
See ya. Dad.
Lan the Nip Battler.
Who's that?
Holy hair. You're Lan, right?
Who are you? Are you a Nebula operator?
Nebula? Shoot, do I really look that evil?
What do you want?
Now, just calm down. Let's go somewhere where we can talk.
Okay, then. I'm not sure if I trust your cowboy accent considering the last guy I had that I kind of... what are we doing here?
Now, just calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I just have a certain interest in you. The two of you.
The two of us? You mean Megaman and me?
Exactly.
I wish to see your technique in action.
And what makes you think we'll show you?
Tell me, would you have the same attitude if I told you I had some information on your father?
What?
Not that you'd choose to believe me.
What do you want us to do?
Not much. Jack into this squirrel and find my navvy. He's all the way in the back of the squirrel comp. Are you ready to go?
Fine. I'll jack into your squirrel if that's what it takes. Let's go, Mega Man.
Yeah, we don't know what he's after, but he could tell something about Dad. Gotta try our luck. Lan, let's do it.
Into the squirrel!
Actually, that's one thing I really don't like about the series, is the automatic jack-ins. I don't mind it for, like, final areas, but for plot stuff, no thank you.
Points of no return suck.
Lan, you've got mail. It's from Chad. Shoot, just as things were getting started. Yeah, I know, Lan. Just let me read it. At the end of the last liberation mission, a resonance between Megaman and Magnetman occurred, allowing Megaman to gain a new ability. According to Dr. Hikari's files, when Megaman's soul resonates with that of another Navis, the synchronicity of the souls is that word screws me up every time. Temporarily, pretty much, we got double soul back from the last game, even though it was called Soul Unison last time, if I recall correctly. I'll show it off probably next part, because I didn't get the chip and I didn't feel like showing off the Force tutorial. So, yeah. I'll get more into that one next part. Now, the thing is, Squirrel Comp here is a maze, and I mean it. There's a total of 16 areas, and certain ones only connect to certain ones. And there are quite a few blue mystery datas in here you're going to want to get. Some of them are optional like this, like 100 zennies, nothing too big. But there's an HP memory in here, there's a Reg Up 1 in here, there's a pretty good battle chip. And there's 2 Navicuts programs, which I recommend you get. Just follow where I'm going, you should get them all fairly easily. However, this place also has a new virus, Trumpy, returning from the last game in, I think, Battle Network 3. Like those last games, what this guy does is he moves up and down on his column, generally the back column, and every once in a while he will start his little fanfare attack. There it is right there, actually. When he does that, enemies are completely invincible, aside from him. So just I almost said strategize. Actually, that's the right word, isn't it? Either way, plan around that, and you should do fairly well against them. He's not that annoying, it's his later cousins that I hate. I don't know why I tried to cannon him when he was going down, but I did. In terms of viruses, you have battles like that. You'll also find some Champy and Metar EXs, and a couple of wind boxes, actually. Actually, what's really funny is I could probably be explaining the Double Soul right now, but I don't feel like it. Though I will mention, that guy out there who sent us in here is a completely different character in the Team Colonel version. In fact, it's a character that we've technically met before back in Battle Network 2, and if you played it, the cliffhanger part of the ending for Battle Network Transmission. And who would that be? Well, I'll say right now, I'm not going to say who his Navi is, but his name is Dark Miyabi. And those who recognize the name Dark from 2 probably can guess who that Navi is, but I'll get more into that later. And that's where the Navicuts program, Charge Plus 1, is. It's the same one that we got earlier, and due to my current setup, I can't really use it. Oh well. I don't really like charge. I'm gonna attack an HP plus guy. Though that's actually one thing I don't like about 4 onwards is that the power-ups got completely scrapped in order for them to use the Navicust. And I don't like that. The Navicust is fine for additional customization, but allow me to power up my attack and power and charge speed on its own without those, please. And yet, admittedly enough, 6 is still my favorite game in the series. Again, that's mostly due to the story. And music. Fastberry, there is a Navicust program that when you put it in, automatically starts you off with every battle with a barrier, which is a shield that can take up to, I want to say, 30 points of damage. Which, keep in mind, is like almost any attack that the enemies do. I think in later games, and by that I mean the Star Force series, it was just turned into if you take damage in general. And there's a reg up one, which I think is the last Blue Mystery data in here. Let me check the map of this place I looked up. Yep. It's very easy to get lost in here, so don't get surprised if that happens to you. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 10, we'll be seeing who that guy's Navi is. See you guys then.